Hello everybody, this is Lolly Joe, Budget and Debt Payoff Journey, and I am Lori. Thank you very much for joining me today. I am going to be doing my weekly cash stuffing for May 1st. And let's just get started with that. Alright, get that going. Push you back a little bit. Alright, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. So, to get started, a little explanation. We have a new binder this week. I've done some reorganizing of the categories because some of my goals are very, very lofty. They're very, very high. And I wanted to separate those categories, those envelopes that are more than $500. I put them in their own binder. And then that way it just makes a little bit more sense to my brain. Okay, and I went to the bank and I got some $50 bills so we can do some cash condensing in our weekly challenge. And what else? If there's anything else, I'll think of it while we're talking. Alright, so want to double check. We're going. Alright, so I put a dollar bill in each of the envelopes for most of the envelopes. Then I put a little bit extra in my 401k loan envelope. And I put 1, 2, 5, 10, and 20 in those categories and those challenges. What else? I guess that's it. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get started then. Hope you can see alright. I'm always worried about if I'm too close or too far away. I always think we're a little bit too far away. But then I think, well, maybe we're too close. Okay, so the $200 challenge is for a debt payment. We're almost done with this particular challenge. A couple more weeks and we'll be moving on to a new one. This one is just $10, $20 bills. The new challenge is going to be $32 bills. Take a little bit longer to complete, but that's okay. We'll have to think of something else to do with this adorable little binder. Different challenge for that. Okay, so this is one we are going to be doing some condensing. Actually, now I'm talking about it, I plan on condensing all of the envelopes. So the January one should have $80 in it. So we have 80, but I want to condense it to a 50, a 20, and a 10. And then I can recycle these 20s for something else. So 20, 70, 80. Okay. February should have $66 in it. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66. So we're going to do another 50, a 20, a 10, a 5, and a 1. Right? 50. Wait a minute. That is not a 10. I did say 66. Yes, I did. So 50, 60, 65, 66. Okay. And then March. Did I already do March? March is $60. That's just a 50 and a 10. 20, 40, 50, 60, 62, 64, 65, 66. So we want a 50, a 10, a 5, and a 1. 66. All right. Did I do it again? I did. 10, 60, 65, 66. Okay. I did April already, so don't worry about that. Yes. And we are starting a new month, so we have May, and today's May 1st. So $1 for May 1st. Alright, so that's that. So, this is my new binder. I'm calling it long-term savings because the dollar amounts that I'm trying to save are kind of large. And it's going to take me a very long time to save this money up. And I actually added a couple of categories, a couple of envelopes. Please hold 1 second. Okay, so escrow is $657.26, and it currently has $34 in it, and we want to condense it so it has $35 in it, and that means a 20, a 10, and a 5. So 20, 30, 5. And this is the plan for all of the envelopes that just have $35 in them. So, and then what I'll do is I will take these dollar bills and I will recycle them for in the future. For future cash stuffing. And it looks like some of this one in particular already had a 20 and a 5 in it. So I'll just be leaving the $20 bill, and you know what I'm talking about. You'll see. 20, 35. Okay. And so that's going to basically be how it's going to go. And so donations, the same thing. So I have a 20 and a 5. So I just need a 10. All of the envelopes have some kind of combination of 20, 10, 5, 1s, 2s. They're all mixed in together. So donations is $800. HOA dues $929.61. These are 20 and a 5. And we need a 10. 20, 35. Car insurance is $951.14. So 20 and a 5. And a 10. And Sissy's emergency fund. She has a bunch. 2 10s, a 5, some 1s and 2s. So we have a 10 and a 5. We just need a 20. 20, 35. Alright, vacation has $60 in here. So, I have another $50 bill, but it's for something else, I think. Well, we're just going to do 3 20s and a 1 to make 61. Mortgage, saving up $2,200 for this guy. There's a 5 and a 20. You get a 10. 10, so 20, 30, 5. Alright, so this is a new envelope for me. I decided to start a long-term savings envelope for sewing supplies and sewing machines, specifically a sewing machine. I'm not sure exactly which machine I want to get next, because I have a couple in mind, but they cost anywhere from $1,600 to $4,000, depending on what machine you get. So I'm just going to start off with just going to start saving, and someday, maybe in a few years, I'll have enough money I can buy another machine. So we're just going to be putting $35 in here. So there's 35. I feel like doing this is going to help prevent me from doing a splurge purchase, impulse spending on a machine. So that's why I'm doing it. Lawn care is another one. I live in an HOA, and my HOA enjoys sending out hate mail. And one of the things that they hate is my yard. And even though it looks pretty good right now, what I'd like to do is get a fence, and then they can't see my yard. So once again, this is something that's going to cost at least a couple of $1,000s, probably more. So I don't know when I'll be able to do it. I imagine it's going to be a long time from now. It doesn't, not this year, probably not next year, maybe the year after. I don't know. It just makes me feel better just to have the fund. So I am just going to go ahead and get started on this. I'm going to put $35 in here also. This way all the envelopes have about the same amount. Alright. The next one is home improvement. This is also same purpose, same reason. I want to have something that shows me that I'm working towards saving up money for these very expensive things I want to do. I don't have a timeline. I don't have a dollar amount. I'm trying to prevent myself from doing impulse spending, because pretty much most of the more expensive things I've done to any house I've lived in, I've had to use debt to do, and I don't want to do that. I have come a long way. I'm down to, I have 2 home improvement loans. One of them is going to get paid off in May, and then I have one left, and it's going to probably take me 6 or 7 months probably to get paid off. But I never want to take out another home improvement loan. I just want to save up the money for it. And so I'm doing this to hopefully control some spending. I say hopefully because I'm not a perfect person. This past year, 2.5 years, however long it's been, I've been working on this. I don't want it to be for nothing. You know, I don't want to turn around and say, oh look, I paid off all this debt. Let's get into more debt. I don't want to do that. And I pray to God that I don't, because it's been awful. It's been really, really emotionally, traumatizing, and I just need to remember that fear and that sick feeling whenever I think about, well, all the things I want to do to my house to make it better. And so I'm just going to start saving money for it, and then in a few years, after I got my debt totally paid off, and then I can really start thinking about saving money for these big expensive things I know that my natural inclination is to do. So anyway, that's why I'm creating these new envelopes. It's going to be a long time before they're fully funded. So $35 also. And then I got one more envelope. I don't know what I'm going to use this envelope for, but there's a pretty good chance that eventually, some point in the future, I am going to want to save up for something else. And so I am just going to preemptively save up the dollars, and someday something will strike my fancy and I will have some money set aside for it already. Okay, there's 35. Okay, so that is that one. All right, next one is my 1, 2, 5, and 10s, and in a couple, probably 3 weeks, after I've finished the little one, I'm gonna have the $20 challenge in this binder also. So I haven't started it. It's placed in here, but I'm not doing it yet. I'm gonna wait till after I get done with the other one. So instead of $10, $20 bills, it'll be 30. Take me a lot longer to save it up. That's fine. It's all gonna go towards that. And $5. Okay, that's that. I always have to look to make sure it's not either my mom or my work. I will tell you though, lately I have been getting, I get a lot of scam calls and a lot of text messages, scam text messages. And recently it's really kind of like increased a lot. And I get a lot, every day I get a lot of text messages for fabric stores. And I find that very interesting because I haven't bought fabric from any fabric stores in a while. But what it tells me is that somebody has sold my information. I have purchased fabric at a fabric store, and I feel like somebody somewhere has sold my information, and now I've just been getting a run of text messages from fabric stores, and even more. So I probably get 20, 30 spam calls a day for financial institutions, and it's just gone to another level. It's just crazy. Okay, so NRRPT, I'm putting $4. I bet that was another one. Nope, that was not that. Was not. Anyway, so I'm putting $4 in for NRRPT. Let's see here. That gives us 38. Yep. Because this is the one I'm working on next. My next snowball savings envelope. Oh, right, I was gonna forgot I'm condensing. All right, so we need $38. So there's 20. 5, a 2, a 1. We just need a 10. Okay, so 20, 30, 35, 36 or 7, 38. Okay. Okay. And Umbrella policy. 35, so there's 25. 10. Car registration, taxes, and inspection. There's 25. There's 35. And taxes. So I'm not putting anything in this yet because when I get paid my overtime, I'm going to just get the whole $300 and put it in here. And one of my viewers suggested that I go ahead and just save the $300. And then, because the question was, do I pay $300 to have my tax professional, my CPA, analyze my withholding this year, thinking I might save $300 in the process. And I just really felt like there's probably not going to be a lot of difference. So it just felt like it was coming out in the wash. So do I spend $300 to save $300? And somebody suggested that I just put $300 in the envelope, and then if I owe taxes, I can use it for that. So that's a great idea. So that's what I'm going to do, but I can't do it till I get paid. Tax Peru. Where are we? 35. Alright, so there's 25, there's 35. For tax prep. Make sure I'm still recording. Life insurance, the goal is 470. There's 25. And Christmas is fully funded. Alright. Next one, debt and savings. So I paid my 401k loan. I made the payment. And it went exactly the way I had hoped it would go. So they charged me $60 something in interest. And then all the rest went to principal. So that was super cool. So we are starting over again. $11. That was super nice seeing that come down. $300 is like more than 2 payments. It's like 2.5 payments in principal payments. Super cool. Car payments. Let's see, home improvement loan. And my other home improvement loan. This is the one I'm currently working on to get paid off. So we need $61. Is this the one I was going to put that $50 bill in? I think it was. So 50, 61. I couldn't remember. I can't remember. I probably got it wrong. I don't remember exactly. I got that $50 bill to condense with. I'm pretty sure it was this envelope. Okay. Pretty sure it was this envelope. Guess we'll find out here in a minute. Okay, personal care. Fully funded. Household supplies. Oh! It was this one. I should have grabbed a couple of more $50 bills, I guess. Try this again. So I need 61. So 20, 40, 61. Okay. I should have grabbed another 50. That's fine. So next week what I'll do is I'll grab at least 2 more 50s. Do you guys remember which envelope? Okay. So we need $55 for household supplies. I mean, for a total of 55. So we are putting in $3 today, so that gives us a total of 55, and it is fully funded. There's 50 and 5. And we have a fully funded slip here. Let's see here. Household supplies. 55. When I went to the bank today to get the money, and I had my little ticket here, the cashier said she thought it was pretty cool. And I said, and I've heard other cash stuffers say the exact same thing, that when they took the ticket to the bank, the cashier, the teller, said that it was pretty cool. And it was kind of fun hearing that. And I told her how I'd heard about it on YouTube, and how some people actually have like notepads. And it was a pretty nice conversation. Okay, so that's household. Hobbies is fully funded. Dine out, 85. So we need, once again, 35. There's, oh look, 20. And then 30. 5. Let me get caught up on my bills here. Okay. My ones are overflowing here. Auto expenses is 100. So 20, 30, 5. Okay. Apparel is 500. I thought about putting this in the longer term, but I figured this is okay. It's for now anyway. And to see, there's 35. Uh-oh, it's too full. 35 for Sissy. All right. I know what that $50 bill was for. It was for pet supply. No, lawn care supplies. It's for my wallet. It's fine. It's fine. Budgeting supplies is 200. So there's 20, 35. And groceries is $3.50. 20, 35. Okay. My tray is a little full here. I need to move things around. There we are. And one more binder, household bills. So HVAC is fully funded, cell phones fully funded, Google Fi. 35. So we got 20 and a 5. Just need a 10. 20, 35. And water is 136. You guys know what I did this week? You want to know? I was so disappointed in myself. Because it's watering season for the lawn. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to water my lawn. And so I turned the water on. And I forgot. I forgot it was on. I was like, no! It was awful. Awful. It was like 3 hours later I realized the water was on. And that's only because I had to take the dog out to go to the bathroom. It was awful. I was like, son of a... It's like... I hate watering those grass. 3 hours later. I'm surprised I didn't kill the grass, actually. Electric. Weird story about my electric. I haven't gotten the bill yet for April. It's weird. I guess I don't know. I imagine that eventually they'll send a bill. I tried logging in online to just see what was going on, but it wouldn't let me log in. It said I had to have my account number, which is weird because I have logged in before, and I think that it should have saved my password, but I couldn't log in because I didn't have a password, and it wouldn't let me create a new one. I think that if I don't get the bill here the next day, I'm gonna just send them money. And no, I better not do that. I don't know. I gotta find out what's going on with that, with my electric bill. I think I'm just gonna call them. So lawn care is $235. 25. Okay, natural gas is 90. Okay, so that is it, except for I need to take out $75 for lawn care, 20, 40, 60, 75 for lawn care. Let me check my notes, make sure that's it. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. And I'll put this in my wallet, which by the way has worked out really well so far. Spending the cash, but I will tell you this: the only thing I had in my wallet was cash and my Capital One debit card, which I'm using for my allowance. But today when I went to the bank, I thought to myself, oh, I got to go get some glasses. So I whipped into the eyeglass place, and I got there, and she was with another customer, and I heard her say, just use your card and you can tap the pay thing right there. And I was like, oh, I don't have any money. I don't have any money. So I had to come home and get my healthcare savings account card. And then I went back, and she said my prescription for what I want is to get is some progressive lenses. And she said my prescription is not for progressive lenses. It's just straight lens, just straight vision. And so I was like, okay. So I did not get glasses, but it's on my list. I had to call the doctor's office to ask them to do a new prescription for progressive lenses, and then I can get glasses. Anyway, it's pretty funny. Okay, well, I guess that's it. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.